What up, squad? Welcome back to the channel. So look, I've personally helped thousands of people lose hundreds of pounds. I've interviewed several people who have had these extreme transformations. And though every transformation is unique, there's always certain principles, there's always certain laws that repeat amongst all of the transformations. And in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys 10 of those laws. There's about 100 of them. I'm probably going to do a series, but these are the first 10. And I'm going to be using clips from interviews of people who have brilliantly been able to transform their body. Today's video is going to be featuring clips from my man David, who lost 260 pounds, my man Willie, who is one of my best friends in the world, who lost 150 pounds, and my client Juan, who has almost lost 100 pounds himself. All right, so without further ado, let's jump right into it. Law 1, do it for your family.
I had to do some soul searching, and she had a conversation, and it was kind of personal between us, as far as her being scared that I'm not going to be around, and with the baby coming, and it just hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, I could literally not be around for my family. So the first step for me was just cut out fast food.
So extreme weight loss transformation is a long, arduous process. There's a lot of ups and downs. One of the most important factors is why you're doing it. If you're doing it for yourself, that's one thing. If you're doing it for surface level reasons, because you want to look good, you want to attract a mate, that stuff helps. But when you do it because you want to be a good example for your family, if you want to be around and healthy and make sure that you're able to lead your family, that is a different type of motivation. That's a different type of energy. So when you focus on the lifestyle, when you focus on the vision for your life in the future, make sure that you are considering how the decisions you make every day are going to impact your children, your wife, your cousins, your siblings, your parents. You can be the person that change everything, because somebody has to change the culture, especially us Black folks. We didn't grow up with the best habits. So if you attach the responsibility and you do it in a way where you don't put unnecessary pressure on yourself, but if you look at yourself as the person that can change the health culture of your family and your friends, that is a motivation that will drive you to the finish line. Law number 2, start by making one realistic change that you can commit to long term. Weight loss is a marathon.
The first step for me was just cut out fast food. I didn't really focus on diet. I didn't really focus on counting calories, anything. I just focused on, I need to just cut this out of my life, and let me just start the habit of cooking for myself. Let me just get in that habit.
A big mistake that a lot of us make when we go on these weight loss journeys is we try to do too much too fast. It is a process. You don't want to overwhelm yourself. You don't want to turn your life upside down. You want to take it in increments. You want to take baby steps and you want to build on them. Maybe you start off by just cutting back on sugary drinks, right? No soda, no juice, and that's the only thing you change. Or maybe you start by just adding a walk to your day, right? And you do that for 3 weeks, and then you add another small step. Do it increasingly. You don't try to switch everything up all at once. You know that's not sustainable. So just be smart about it and take your time. Law number 3, don't get emotionally attached to the scale. This should have been law number 1. The scale has ruined so many weight loss transformations, including mine. I was so emotionally attached to the scale. I was actually losing inches, but because the scale number wasn't going down, I was self-sabotage.
Just like you said, there's many factors that affect your weight. I don't weigh myself every single day. I weigh myself week to week. And whatever that number is on Monday morning, that's what the number is on Monday morning, and we'll make an adjustment. I didn't get emotionally attached to the scale. I stayed consistent for a period of at least a month and a half, just to make sure I'm not overthinking anything. I kept my routines the same, and just like you said, that scale will go up, the scale will go down.
The scale can be a powerful tool, but you have to understand it. You have to understand that it's going to go up and down. You have to be able to emotionally detach from what the scale is going to tell you. Focus more on how you feel, focus on inches, focus on how your clothes are fitting. Law number 4, don't cut out food groups and don't villainize food. So we're going to cut to my man Willie's interview for some insight on this one. So you cut the carbs out of your diet completely. You lost how much you said, 80 pounds?
Yeah, about 80 pounds, yeah.
And then you put it back on.
Absolutely.
That always happens. I want to say 75% of the time when people are on these keto diets or any sort of diet that they cut out food groups, yes, you're going to lose weight, but just know that their weight is coming right back most of the time. Listen, I've had some extreme experiences with the Atkins diet, which was similar to keto, where I would eat McDonald's every single day, right? I would go through the McDonald's drive-thru and I would get 2 double cheeseburgers with no bun, right? Wrapped in lettuce. And for some reason, I thought this was some sort of magical weight loss trick, and I would eat as much as I wanted. And I lost weight initially, but I felt like shit. Listen, know that you don't have to cut out food groups. If you're one of the rare people who keto works for and you can make it a lifestyle, then more power to you, right? But most of us, that's not realistic. The next law, what gets measured gets managed. Calorie awareness is key.
We always say what gets measured, what gets managed, right? Mm-hmm. So just understanding what you're actually consuming. So like even those first couple weeks when you're starting a diet, really understanding the inputs into your diet. Most people don't know how much they consume.
What gets measured gets managed. This is a creed. This is a saying that I live by, not just with health and nutrition, but with anything. You got to pay attention to the details. You got to understand the inputs and the outputs. That it's meticulous, it's annoying, because at the end of the day, weight loss is about energy management. It's about calories in versus calories out. It gets a little bit more complex, but fundamentally, that's what it's about. And you have to know what's going on. You have to know what's going in and what's going out if you want to sustainably lose weight over time. All right, the next law, nail down a dependable, consistent nutrition routine.
I traveled every week until the pandemic hit. Mm-hmm. So every week. Like literally, I didn't always meal prep. I would literally just bring a scale with me. And I would literally understand like, okay, each day, like I need to just have consistency. So I found like a chain like Chipotle. Mm-hmm. And I knew every day I'm gonna eat steak, lettuce, and vegetables from Chipotle. And I knew that there was always gonna be a grocery store. So I knew when I went to a grocery store, I knew stuff I could buy. I could like literally find chains.
You had your go-to.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah. You have to. You just find this consistency. Even for people who don't want to track, it's like understanding the inputs into your body and understanding what is it doing. Mm-hmm. So,
look, I tell people all the time, if you can consistently eat the same foods day in and day out, you're more likely to be successful with weight loss. The simpler your nutrition, the more systematic it is, the more routine it is, the more you have these go-tos that you automatically know how to navigate certain situations. If I'm traveling, this is where I eat. If I'm home, this is how I eat. If I'm here, this is how I eat. If I'm there, this is how. If you know this stuff, it makes it so much easier. So start to have this intention of developing your repertoire, right? What's your go-tos in certain situations? And once you nail this down, man, weight loss becomes easy. All right, so the next law, hire a coach. Get the support, get the accountability you need. I'm currently taking on online coaching clients. Go over to brixfitness.com, sign up for a discovery call. I make it easier for you guys because I have a system that works. I've been doing this for 9 years. The system, the accountability, the community, that is what you need. And next, we're gonna cut to the conversation that I had with my client, Juan, who does a really good job of explaining the value of hiring a coach. Did you making the investment into your trainer, do you feel like that played a big role in you showing up for yourself, like making that investment?
Yeah, it absolutely did. For me, it definitely did, because it's like I don't like to waste money. Number one. Yeah. Number two, it's like it reflects on me. So like before, my excuse was like I know what I need to do. You know, I played football in high school and college. Like I know what, and I would never work out with anybody. And then it was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna go and work out at the gym until like I get to a certain size.
Yeah, I hear that all the time.
So it's like, yeah, so that was like preventing me for years to not hire a coach. And honestly, it was the best investment that I made. You know, it was. I'm so happy that I did it. It's like it's time to man up and do this. Like, you know.
Focus on how you feel. Really pursue vitality. It's such an important thing to internalize, because a lot of our behaviors would change, or you're making the choice that's going to preserve or even enhance you feeling good, enhance your vitality. And then also your body has grown to appreciate the activity, right? The good food and the exercise, and now your vitality is up, right? So when you don't do these things, you don't feel as good. And I tell people, you want to focus on that. You want to focus on how you're feeling, what you're eating, right? What you're doing, and how those things are making you feel. Here's another law. Weight loss and healthy lifestyle is going to translate to you making more money. And I want you to use that fact as motivation to inspire you to make this a lifestyle.
What's crazy is like now that my fitness is like in place, like I've made more money than I ever have. You know, even with the pandemic and everything, you know, I've automated my businesses, and it's like the money is rolling in, and it's crazy how that aligns with the fact that I'm taking care of myself, how all that, you know, so going into a meeting and like having a conversation with somebody, like the right things flow, like the money
your confidence.
Flows. Yeah, absolutely. Taking care of myself has made, you know, whatever situation comes up, it just makes it easier to deal with. And I notice like with the way, you know, like with the way my brain functions now, it's like I'm not so focused on like the problem, right? And when you're not really internally like feeling good, like even though you're not saying it, people feel it. You know, like you can feel that when you're around somebody. So if you're not taking care of yourself, that affects your income. It affects like, you know, how much you can earn.
I think that's very interesting, man. For me, I think it was, for one, my confidence, right? My confidence is through the roof, and confidence is everything, right? It shows up in how you walk, how you talk, the energy that, you know, that you emanate when you walk into a room, right? And that matters. All of that directly or indirectly affects your success in business or otherwise, right? I also developed better habits, right? I developed a better work ethic. Exercise allowed me to really be intentional about developing discipline. The same mental muscle that you use to get yourself to go to the gym when you don't feel like it is the same mental muscle that you'll use to make that last business call, right? To close that deal that you may not feel like doing.
Absolutely.
It's the same mental muscle.
Same mental muscle, same energy.
I'm a believer that how you do anything is how you do everything.
I believe that 100% too.
How you do anything is how you do everything.
Absolutely.
Right. So if you're a slacker in any area of your life, you're most likely a slacker in most areas of your life. And I'm going to end the video on that note, right? How you do anything is how you do everything. And just be mindful of using exercise and changing your lifestyle as a means to increase your willpower and your discipline. And this translates to everything in your life. All right. I got some more laws. I got a ton of jewels from these interviews that I've conducted over the years. Hit the like button. Let me know in the comment section if you guys want me to continue this series. And as always, guys, remember, the body that you want is owned by a higher version of yourself. So evolve. Peace.